Have you ever found yourself trapped in the emotional web of toxic people? It's like walking through a minefield, right? Every step can trigger an explosion of negative emotions. But don't worry, because in this video, we'll explore 15 smart ways to deal with toxic people using the principles of Stoicism. Before we dive in, I want to thank you all for your incredible support. It's a pleasure for me to create these videos and even more rewarding to receive your heartfelt comments. I read them all. Now, let's begin this transformative journey together. Are you ready? Self-awareness is like a flashlight in the darkness of the human mind. This quote, attributed to writer and philosopher Alan Watts, highlights the importance of understanding who we are and how we interact with the world around us. When it comes to dealing with toxic people, self-awareness becomes an invaluable tool. It means being in tune with our emotions, thoughts, and behaviors. It helps us recognize how interactions with toxic people affect us and how we can respond more effectively. As the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius said, "Know yourself," suggesting that understanding oneself is the first step toward personal growth and wisdom. When we are aware of our emotional reactions to others' negativity, we can make more conscious decisions about how to handle a situation. The next time you face negativity, take a step back and ask yourself, why does this bother me? What can I learn from this? These questions aren't about making excuses for others, but about strengthening your mental resilience. Understand that this path won't be free of obstacles. Navigating through others' negativity isn't an easy task. There will be days when it seems easier just to react and throw back what's been hurled at you. But that's a fleeting victory, a hollow one, because it betrays who you are. Every time you choose to respond instead of react, remember that you're doing it not because it's the easy option, but because it's the right one for you. It's about building strength from within, not from arrogance, but from a place of calm and power. It's not about ignoring negativity, but recognizing it without letting it define your actions. So embrace the challenge. It sharpens you, makes you more resilient, and ultimately, undeniably stronger. Emotional stability is like an anchor that keeps you steady in the middle of a storm. When surrounded by toxic people, it may feel like you're walking through a dense fog, where each step feels uncertain and clarity fades. But what if I told you there's a way to clear the fog? It starts from within. Through the strength of emotional stability cultivated by Stoicism. Think of someone who, no matter the chaos, remains unshaken, like a mountain standing firm against a raging storm. This isn't about being indifferent or cold. It's about recognizing that the only thing truly under our control is how we respond to the outside world. Stoicism teaches us that our power lies in our reaction, not in trying to control the uncontrollable. So when facing toxicity, look inward and draw on your stoic self. Instead of getting involved in the drama, pause. It's like standing in the eye of a hurricane. Everything is wild outside, but there is calm within. This space allows us to breathe, think, and then act from a place of rational serenity. It's about shifting focus from what's happening around us to how we let it affect our inner peace. And how do we do this? By practicing mindfulness. Yes, it's talked about a lot these days, but here's the real secret. It works. Mindfulness helps us detach, observing the chaos without being caught up in it. It's not about ignoring toxicity, but recognizing it without letting it dictate our peace. Just like clouds in the sky, these moments will pass. The next time you find yourself in the middle of negativity, remember that you are the architect of your peace. Build your fortress. Setting boundaries isn't about building an impenetrable wall, but choosing which doors to open and when. This selective openness doesn't make you less compassionate. It makes you the curator of your own peace. Imagine your energy as a limited, precious resource, like water in a desert. Every interaction you engage in is like giving a sip of that water. Would you rather give it to someone who plants seeds in your desert, making it bloom, or to someone who lets it evaporate under the scorching sun? Setting boundaries means investing your energy wisely, not out of arrogance, but with the quiet resolve of a stoic who knows their worth and the value of their time. It's about calmly communicating, "Here's where I draw the line," because your peace is non-negotiable. Move forward with this mindset. See each day as an opportunity to craft your masterpiece, to invest your energy where wonders grow. Remember, respecting yourself enough to set boundaries isn't an act of aggression. It's one of self-respect and wisdom. Start today, not by cutting people off, but by defining where your garden ends and the wild begins. Watch how the landscape of your life transforms. Let's build a community of kindness by subscribing to Stoicism for Success right now and sharing it with those you wish to see live with kindness and strength like us. Let's spread these positive values together. Surprisingly, how we talk to ourselves when dealing with toxic people can be our armor or our Achilles heel. Think of your mind as a garden and every thought about yourself as a seed. Planting seeds of strength and resilience helps us stand firm. But if we add doubts and fears, those toxic weeds begin to choke out everything good. But that's only part of the story. Walking away isn't always an option, and this is where the ancient wisdom of Stoicism comes in. It's not about what happens to us, but how we react to it. Stoicism enlightens us that true strength lies in our reactions. Therefore, while navigating the turbulence of toxic influences, carefully monitor the conversations you have with yourself. Instead of asking, "Why do I have to deal with this?" try reflecting, "How can I grow stronger from this encounter?" You might cultivate resilience, empathy, or the courage to maintain your boundaries. Shifting your perspective isn't just playing with semantics, it's reclaiming your power. Another tool at your disposal is the powerful act of detachment. It's not about being cold or indifferent, it's about choosing wisely where your energy goes. Imagine someone's negative comments as arrows. If your self-worth is an impenetrable shield, those arrows can't hurt you. That doesn't mean you won't feel the sting sometimes, but remember, those arrows only harm you if you let them. Take a moment to reflect. How often do you let external negativity influence your inner dialogue? Controlling this doesn't mean building a fortress around your heart. It means knowing your worth, understanding that your reaction is your power, and sometimes simply choosing not to surrender your peace. Stoicism isn't about living emotionlessly, but about choosing which battles are worthy of your heartbeats. Remember, the only person you truly control in this life is yourself. Navigating the turbulent waters of toxic interactions can test even the calmest minds. But let's shift the focus inward and explore the concept of energy intelligence as our guiding compass. Think of your energy as a protective barrier, much like the walls of an ancient city. These walls preserve your peace and keep unwanted negativity out. Consider the power of choice in such situations. Just as you decide what type of fuel to put into your car, determining its performance and longevity, you have the power to choose how to react to people who drain your energy. Responding with patience and understanding, or choosing not to engage at all, can be your emotional superfuel, optimizing your well-being and keeping you stable on your course. This isn't about avoiding conflict, it's about equipping yourself with wisdom and making decisions that align with your inner peace. Harnessing this energy intelligence goes beyond mere self-control. It's about creating an inner sanctuary so firmly rooted that even the fiercest storms can't shake your foundation. Like a deeply rooted tree, you remain unshaken, not because the wind doesn't blow, but because you've mastered the art of bending and swaying without breaking. This strength and flexibility disarm toxic energy, leaving it with no choice but to dissipate or move on. Before we continue with the next strategy, I want to thank you for being here. If you're enjoying the video, comment, "I like Stoicism," and give the video a thumbs up to support this message. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more insights like this in the future. Focusing on your personal goals is like lighting a beacon in the darkness. When surrounded by toxic people, it's easy to lose sight of what truly matters and let their negativity derail you. However, staying centered on your goals creates a protective shield, helping you maintain mental and emotional clarity even in challenging environments. Imagine you're navigating a ship through a storm. The waves are high and the wind howls, but you have your internal compass, your goals. They guide you even when everything around you feels chaotic. These goals act as an anchor, keeping you steady amid the tempest. When you focus on what you truly want to achieve, others' negative opinions fade in comparison to the unwavering determination that drives you toward your dreams. By keeping your eyes on the prize, you can adopt a long-term perspective. Challenges caused by toxic people become temporary obstacles rather than insurmountable barriers. Instead of allowing these encounters to discourage you, see them as tests that strengthen you on your journey toward your highest aspirations. Remember that every difficulty you face is a stepping stone toward your growth. In the grand scheme of life, even toxic encounters can teach valuable lessons about resilience, determination, and clarity of purpose. When you focus on your goals, you rise above negativity, creating a mental fortress that keeps you on track, no matter what life throws your way. Just as a single candle can break through the darkness, sharing your struggles with someone who understands can illuminate paths you didn't see before. These are the people who add strength to our determination, not by fighting our battles for us, but by reminding us of our inner resilience. Imagine having a wise elder in your corner, offering advice drawn from a well of experience. That kind of invaluable support can help us navigate through toxicity with grace. To tap into the stoic strength within, we must recognize when external perspectives can help us. It's about understanding that while we can't control others' actions, we can certainly control how we respond to them. Stoicism teaches us to detach and see situations from a higher perspective. It's like zooming out on a map to find alternative routes we might have missed when focused on details. By seeking support, we create space to breathe, reflect, and choose our responses carefully, ensuring they align with our values and inner peace. Take a moment to reflect on your encounters with challenging individuals. Have you tried facing them alone, relying solely on your strength? Or have you sought perspectives that could change everything? Remember, the true mark of a Stoic isn't in solitary suffering, but in knowing when and how to draw on the wisdom around us to walk the path with greater ease and understanding. Let's come together to support our community. If you are a kind person, please hit the like button on this video and leave some energetic comments to spread positive vibes. Together, we can make a difference. Taking a solution-oriented approach transforms toxic interactions from sources of frustration into opportunities for personal growth and emotional intelligence. Changing the narrative in toxic encounters requires creativity, like playing chess, where you think several moves ahead, anticipating reactions while staying emotionally detached. This means listening more than speaking and responding calmly, a trait admired by many but mastered by few. This creative strategy allows you to maintain your peace and avoid being dragged into chaos. Adaptability is your greatest ally. It's the ability to uphold your values while navigating the challenge of difficult personalities. Imagine yourself as a tree, firmly rooted but flexible in the wind. You sway but don't break when facing life's storms. This resilience strengthens your character, equipping you with tools to face any storm. Take a moment to reflect on how you respond when confronted with negativity or manipulation. Remember, while the presence of toxic people may be beyond your control, how you respond is entirely within your power. When dealing with toxic people, it's essential to recognize the signs of false friendliness. As Marcus Aurelius once said, it is foolish to deceive yourself by ignoring someone's hatred or disdain, but even more foolish to be tricked into believing they suddenly care. Toxic people often use fake niceness as a manipulation tool, masking their true intentions with a facade of kindness. This false friendliness might appear as sudden changes in tone, exaggerated compliments, or inconsistent behavior over time. Pay attention to abrupt shifts in how someone speaks to you or their unexpected acts of kindness that seem out of place. If someone's behavior frequently fluctuates between being overly nice and dismissive or hurtful, it's a red flag. Recognizing this false cordiality doesn't mean becoming suspicious of everyone, but it helps you stay alert and emotionally protected. By identifying insincerity, you can avoid falling into manipulative traps and instead focus on cultivating relationships built on authenticity and trust. Remember, true kindness requires no disguise. It's better to surround yourself with people who act with genuine care and integrity, whose words align with their actions. Emotional detachment is not about being cold, indifferent, or uncaring. It's about choosing how much control external events and other people's actions have over your inner peace. As Eckhart Tolle, author of The Power of Now, wisely put it, detachment doesn't mean owning nothing. It means nothing owns you. This perspective urges us to let go of the need to control or cling to others' emotions, reactions, or behavior. It's about maintaining inner freedom and emotional stability, no matter what's happening around us. By practicing emotional detachment, you build a mental shield that helps you respond calmly and thoughtfully, rather than reacting impulsively. It's not about suppressing your feelings, but about understanding that you have the power to choose how you respond. Detachment means accepting that you can't control how others behave, but you can control how you react to them. It's about seeing difficult situations from a distance, gaining a broader perspective, and understanding that most negative events are temporary. This approach allows you to be present without being consumed by negativity. You learn to observe emotions and situations without being overwhelmed by them. In summary, emotional detachment provides the freedom to be yourself, standing firm in your values and beliefs while staying unaffected by others' opinions or actions. It's a journey of self-discovery and personal empowerment, helping you find peace in the midst of chaos. In the complex world of human relationships, we often forget the importance of self-compassion. Cultivating compassion toward yourself builds a bridge to healthier relationships with others, and more importantly, with yourself. Practicing self-compassion doesn't mean ignoring your flaws. It means recognizing them with kindness and using them as opportunities for growth. Instead of harshly judging yourself for mistakes or failures, treat yourself with the same patience and understanding you'd offer a close friend. When you learn to be compassionate toward yourself, you develop a strong emotional foundation that helps you face life's challenges. You become less dependent on external validation because your inner voice supports rather than criticizes you. Self-compassion strengthens your ability to navigate toxic interactions. It gives you the emotional resilience needed to set boundaries, manage stress, and maintain a positive outlook, even when dealing with difficult people. Remember, taking care of yourself is not selfish, it's essential. It allows you to show up fully in life, making wiser decisions and fostering healthier connections. Prioritizing self-care means recognizing when you need rest, peace, and emotional nourishment. It helps you build an inner sanctuary where negativity has no power. Choosing your battles wisely is age-old advice, but it remains one of the most effective strategies when dealing with toxic people. You might be surprised to learn that sometimes the most powerful response is no response at all. When toxic individuals direct their negativity toward you, they're often seeking a reaction, a sign that they've gotten under your skin. By choosing not to engage, you take the wind out of their sails. This doesn't mean you're ignoring the issue. It means you're protecting your peace. Not every comment or provocation deserves a response. Silence can be more powerful than any retort you could give. Practicing patience gives you time to respond thoughtfully instead of reacting emotionally. This isn't weakness, it's wisdom. Being stoic doesn't mean suppressing emotions. It means not allowing emotions to control you. It's about choosing where to direct your energy and knowing that not every battle is yours to fight. The next time you're faced with hostility, remind yourself that not reacting is a choice, a powerful one that keeps you grounded and preserves your inner peace. Choosing your battles wisely is age-old advice, but it can save you countless headaches. You might be surprised to learn that sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is not react at all. Silence can be stronger than any word you could throw into the heat of battle. When toxic people direct their negativity toward you, they are often seeking a reaction, any sign that their words have hit their mark. By choosing not to engage, you take the wind out of their sails. This isn't about ignoring the problem. It's about maintaining your peace and dignity in the process. Remember, everyone is fighting their own battles, some of which you'll never know. By practicing patience, you give yourself time to respond instead of reacting. This doesn't make you weak, it makes you wise. Being stoic doesn't mean being emotionless. It means not allowing your emotions to control you. It means choosing where to focus your energy, knowing that not every battle is yours to fight. If you've made it this far, comment, "I'm worth so much," so I'll know who the victorious ones are, who reached the end of the video. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on notifications, and like the video so you won't miss any of our upcoming content. See you there.